Damn, she bad. She the baddest in the room. Big bags when you see her coming through. Model body with a face that make you zoom. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah. Yeah, she bad. Yeah, she bad. I got her riding in my whip. We on a date. Can't no take me cause I'ma put her in her place. Fatty with a fatty, got him looking like what waist. Every time I turn around, they be like, damn, it's giving face. Yeah, she bad, yeah, with her persona. Picture perfect, her name is a Mona. Just wanna be her, so they out here tryna clone her. Yeah, all these bad, but they ain't got nothing on her. Damn, she bad, yeah, she thick. Picture perfect, they gon' have to wife her quick. Have them planning out a life, a house, and kids. Make her spend that cash, the dividends. Damn, she bad. She the baddest in the room. Big bags when you see her coming through. Model body with a face that make you zoom. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah. Yeah, she bad. That bitch bad. Yeah. Yeah, she bad.
Evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome, 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 welcome. This is where the beautiful people hang out, isn't it, on a Sunday evening? How are we, friends? Hope we're good. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Hope life is treating you all fantastically. We're cracking into July, aren't we? Look at the show. You're right, Muster Man. It's an absolute belter, isn't it? You know, we're celebrating Oasis. We're celebrating Oasis, of course, with Columbia. I haven't got a roll with it shirt. Maybe I'll get a Greg's top for next week. But yeah, no, I figured, you know what? It's time to get some vibrance out. So we'll rock the Columbia shirt tonight. Hope you're well, Musterman. By the way, a pleasure to see you. Of course, the man, the creator, the reason we are doing what we are doing. I mean, also, I'm part of the reason we're doing what we're doing, and that's because I'm having a bit of a midlife crisis and a breakdown. But that's all fine. But yes, we are, of course, in the middle of trying to work out how to do Moneyball. So we are using the Musterman skin. If you've never seen it before, you're in for a treat. If you have seen it before, please help. Please help. Shall we see where we are? Because the winter transfer window might take all of tonight's stream. Maybe it won't. Maybe we'll be in the job centre. Who knows? Let's go and have a little nosy, shall we? Let's do that. Well, here we are. This is us. This is us at Rakuf Czestochowa. Who remembers when we were successful with this slot? That was last season, not this season. No, this season I may have spent quite a bit of time taking my eye off the ball with regards to the summer transfer window. Tristan in on 21 months. Thank you very much, Tristan. Hope you're well, my friend. Very kind. Appreciate the support. Are we any closer to mini Tristan? That's the question. That's the question on everyone's lips. Are we closer? Hope you're well, my friend. Ian's in as well. Nice to see you, buddy. Rugio, of course, here as well. Welcome to Hugo, Jeffrey, Andrew, Louis, British Chips, Godfrey, Joey. Loads of people are rocking up. TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, all having wonderful turnouts this evening. As always, you know. Dan, looks like I've turned up at a good time. Dan, there's always a good time. Always a good time. There's never a bad time. Apart from when the football matches are being played, really, on the stream. So performances not going great, to be honest. Last season we were pretty good, right? We got ourselves to 6th, I believe it was, last year. Just missing out on the European spots, actually. If we go to where we go, club info, possibly club info here. Let's look at competitions last season. Domestic leagues, 5th. That's where we were, and that was great. Yeah, we did really well, and everyone was happy. But this season, not so much happy, because look at us, down 11th now, and it's been a bit down and down, hasn't it? Really, Sean, what skin are we using? We're using the Musterman skin, Sean. So if you want to find that, you got to type into Google Musterman skin FM24, and it will show up. Musterman with double N's. So, yeah, get yourself in on board. And, yeah, we've not had a great time. And, as I say, part of this is, of course, because of the fact that I took my eye off the ball last summer for recruitment. We lost a lot of players, particularly the 3 players that we had from Dortmund, who were superb, by the way, and have gone on to do even better things this season. So let's just show you those players that we did lose. So we lost Kylian Prus, who, you know, he was supposed to be he was there on loan, and then he didn't want to stay. And okay, we still can potentially maybe get him in. He might not want to come though. So he didn't want to come before. Florian Butel, he went and joined Bayern Munich. 13 grand they want for him. I mean, look, Butel, absolutely incredible. You can't see it on his attributes now, because we've obviously taken them away because we're playing attributeless. But he was fantastic for us. Look at that: 27 matches played, 4 goals, 6 assists, 5 player of the matches, 7.46 average rating. Man was a beast, absolute beast. Sean says, seen clips of the FM podcast, great stuff. Thank you, Sean, appreciate that. And in on the follow as well, my friend. Thank you very kindly. Very impressed with that. And yes, of course, if you haven't checked out the FM Show podcast, please do it. There every single Thursday on Twitter, on YouTube, and of course wherever you get your podcasts from. So go and check those ones out. Busy Baron looked very much like a goalkeeper tonight, loving it. Well, people do say that I'm a keeper, and here I am. Sigma Olamuk. We're disappointed to see public denial of interest in a role you'd applied for. We'd have preferred you have stand proudly behind an application for what is a prestigious job. Yeah, I did. I turned that down, didn't I, very quickly. I was just like, I don't really want it. So unsurprisingly, Sigma Olamuk don't want us, which is fine. There is a potential for us to move. Our status doesn't seem to be insecure anymore now. So that's interesting. It was for a little bit. But it now looks like it's gone a little bit again. We're now back in the stable. We have applied for a couple of jobs. We've applied for Bursaspor, who are in the Turkish First Division. As you can see, sat bottom of the Turkish First Division. So talk about out of the frying pan into the deep fat fryer. That's pretty bad. That shows how bad I feel things are in Poland at the minute, that I'd be willing to go and join the bottom team in Turkey in the second division. Lucas, how are we getting on? Not great, Lucas. I'm not gonna lie. Rosenborg in Norway might be a stretch too much. I think they've just finished their season. They are in the Conference League, so that's good. But they still sacked their manager, so maybe Rosenborg is probably going to be too much for us. Besiktas as well, probably also a little bit too much for us. Can't imagine we'll get that job either. In fact, they've already turned us down. In fact, that's it. Yeah, they did turn us down. And Sigma Olomouc, again, have just turned us down as well there. Botev Plovdiv are an option, possibly. But I don't know. It's like this. What you've done. What have I done? I don't get it. Oh, down at a pile of gold coins. yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Östersunds in the second division of Sweden is a possibility. Maybe. I'm not sure if that's the right idea. They are mid-table. They probably don't have too much money. So again, it would have to be a Moneyball style of recruitment. But I'm open to suggestions. Who thinks we can fix this with Moneyball in the January transfer window? Does anybody think we can do it? Or is going to Bursaspor, who are bottom of the first division in Turkey? Is that the best idea? Let's ask for a chance, shall we? We're currently underperforming. I mean, look, you're underperforming, mate. You're bottom of the league, not us. I mean, I'm just let's see about not making wholesale changes. They want a mid-table finish and they're sat bottom of the table at the minute. There's a £5 million transfer budget though. I mean, that could help. Ooh. Oh, Bursaspor. What does Moneyball means? Asks Floyd Bear. So basically, Moneyball is essentially finding value where others won't. So you obviously you try to look for cheaper players than what you currently have. So you want to, if you're paying 20 grand a week on wages, can you get the same player for like 7 grand a week wages? Can you find a player who other clubs aren't looking at? Essentially, it's a baseball terminology of just trying to sort of like work out how you get more home runs. But ultimately, we're looking to try and buy wins, essentially. And it's a smarter way of looking at recruitment, but use like data and statistics and stuff as well. Tubby, can I get the Musterman skin on the workshop? You can get it on Steam Workshop, possibly. You can certainly get it by doing the exclamation mark skin. It'll take you straight to the link. You get that downloaded. So here's the question then, right? If we're trying to work out how we fix the team we've got so far, Evening A15, hope you're well, buddy. Musterman, if you're in the chat, how would you look at this? Okay, because this is our past map from a match that we played, which was quite successful. So we've got this three at the back system, 5 at the back system, depending on how you want to look at it, working for me quite well. But if we look at actually our performance, we're well above average on defensive statistics. We're above average in attacking statistics. We're shooting very well, but we're losing games. Now, is this purely then down to a lack of talent? Use the Brighton model. Yeah, Brighton model, Brentford model, Sunderland model. Like every model that is used by successful clubs other than Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool. Basically, anyone who's got money doesn't use this model, okay? Even Liverpool, who invented the model, don't use this model, okay? Vana Madu, we are Raków Częstochowa in Poland. Try saying that twice. Do you manage training or assistant manager? Oh, I don't do training yet. RDF Tactics has got some training schedules. I plug them every now and again. Other than that, I just leave it and forget. So here's our expected goals is 21. We've got 25 so far. Expected points, we're a little bit behind. That is true. And we are currently in 11th. So questions are then, what would be the first port of call? A goalkeeper is probably something we need to look at, because we have one and he was fine, but he's now injured. So he's out for 4 more weeks. Okay? So that's a concern, because in goal now is a 21-year-old who, I mean, is essentially making his debut. So I would say a goalkeeper is probably quite pressing. Yeah. I can name some Estonian players, cheap for your league. Okay. How old are they? Because we're in 2031, Vanna. That'll be the slight issue we might have, possibly. Your defensive actions are lower than average, but it also suggests you have relatively low possession. You should probably have above average defensive actions. Okay. So my thinking with that, and again, let's discuss this through, is when I have the ball, I figure we were losing the ball a lot, right? So I tried to slow our tempo down, which means we're now on the ball more, but potentially that's allowing us to make more mistakes because we have more time on the ball. So maybe by upping the tempo a little bit, we might be able to get the ball moving a little bit more, therefore not allowing us to get caught in possession as much. Possibly, that could be it. We're outperforming XG, but underperforming expected points suggests your issues are defensive. So goalkeeper would be part of that problem, and we are conceding some pretty bad goals. I worry about our left back because he's a striker. I worry about our right back because I don't think he's really good enough. And our 3 centre backs should probably be good enough, but points on the board would suggest that they're not. You know. So, Francisco Martins, we are using the Musterman skin, my friend. So, get yourself over there and get that downloaded. So, Betnar, for example, 23 years old, 6'5". I'm not even looking at his stats. He's 6'5". So for me, that is good. But Bobby, appreciate the follow, very kind. But here's his stats. Then let's break this down, right? I was about to say 6'5", but not winning a lot of headers. So where's his? He's not great in the air. Like, this is the problem. He needs the ball played on the floor. So if he's not winning the ball if he's not winning the headers, right? Okay, I'm writing this down. Look, okay, I'm making notes because I need to learn the ways of the statistics, you know. So if he's not winning the headers, then the other two have to be winning the headers. Okay, so I will back and forth while I learn this. So Olsen is the other centre half. He's winning 82% of his headers. Okay, so Olsen wins 82. Okay, so that's good. That's much better. And Mitrovic is 6'4", but he's only winning 71% of his headers. So that's the problem. So these guys are massive, right? But we're not actually winning the ball in the air. Speaking Polish, Philip, it's not going to happen. Can't speak in Polish. I get cancelled. I can't even attempt to try. He's playing a lot of progressive passes though, so he is definitely getting the ball out. Low aggression. He wins tackles but rarely attempts them. So I'm wondering, is that because I prefer to work on interceptions? So in transition, I'm counter pressing, so I'm forcing errors in my thinking. Yeah. At 6'5", he should be winning 90% of his headers. Agreed, Dan. So maybe Bednar's the issue. Okay. Maybe we play him more as a defensive midfielder. Could he Could he play like an anchor? You know, we know we've got a Leznik. Because his jumping's very good, but his heading's not. So I'm concerned as to what his as to what will be happening, or is it harsh that level? I mean, Dan, I like you thinking he's 6'5". Like he should definitely just be winning headers because he's big. I mean, here's where my limitations of this style of approach comes. Do you know what I mean? On the Road FC, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Very kind. Belgium Malinos. Mungo's in there. Nice to see you, buddy. How are you? Welcome on YouTube. Hope you're good. What would I be looking for here then? To make my centre-back better, or to turn him into a defensive midfielder? What would we be looking for? Surely as a defensive midfielder, I need to be getting more headers. Is that my thing? Tackles, fine. 73% tackles won, which is 1.41 a game. He's winning the ball back 10 times a game. Is that 10 per 90? He's not really smashing it either, is he? Although the last match, he played really well. 7.9. There's the bar charts. This is what we want, isn't it? Right. So yellow is good, blue is not so good, and then light blue is not great. And if I compare him with the other centre backs, so if I compare him with Olsen, okay, right. So look at off the ball positioning. Off the ball positioning, possibly. Okay. Dodgy Egg, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. So possession winning. So Bettner is winning the ball back just as much as Olsen. Olsen's winning a hell of a lot more headers, 82% to 69. He's winning 6 headers a game. Tackles, again, tackles better. Pressures attempted is less. If it's a negative thing like possession lost, does that mean that yellow is bad? That's the bit that I couldn't get my head around, Matt. So I asked Musterman this, and Musterman's in the chat, so you can probably explain it a bit better. For possession lost, it's like that means that he's not losing the ball apparently. So he's in the higher percentile, not giving the ball away, and is then winning it. Am I reading that right, Musterman? Can you confirm this back to us? So, are we just thinking everything apart from Bedner's heading is fine? So, is he maybe just in the wrong position? Maybe if we have him more as the cover centre half. So would he sit better as a cover and like sort of sweeping up almost? But then again, I don't really want to move Olsen out. If Olsen's winning 82% of his headers, why would I move him from the centre? Do you know what I mean? Maybe this is the flaw I've come to here. Things you don't want to do often: lose possession or concede goals. A bigger slice means they do it less. Remember to view the pizza bars by the position group he's playing in. In what sense, sorry? Right. Pizza bars. Oh yeah. So do that, yeah, and then go to bars, and then let's go compare with Olsen. Sorry, go into this, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so there you go, centre back. 10 possessions lost is pretty good, but for a centre back, not so much. Okay. So hang on, okay, so right, so let's instantly think. Right, here's my easy bit. Let's do the easy bit first. Okay, easy bit first is find a goalkeeper. Okay, because we haven't got one. really. So any goalkeeper at this moment in time is better than no goalkeeper. We've got 800 grand to spend, and we might spend a lot of time trying to buy players for a team who we might not still even be manager of come the end of this stream. Stal Mielek, where are they? They are in the top division, aren't they? Yes, they are. Wojciech in on the follow. Appreciate that, Wojciech. So, okay. So, the goalkeeper who's in 15th in the league, okay? Alexander Bobek. He's the first choice goalkeeper. Let's compare him with Hruby. Oh, he's a better leader. I can see that already. More agile, better endurance, better at goalkeeping. Okay, what do these stats look like? Right. Okay. So how do we interpret goalkeepers then? This is going to be the interesting one, isn't it? Because am I right in thinking that the goalkeeper rating, the goalkeeper attributes are different? 19 goals, 11 games. Sorry, yeah, but but remember, he's 15th in the league. Yeah. Liam, I'm perplexed by you, Tony. You talk about making FM more accessible, but must demand skin with his FM with extra steps. I also talk about making FM more realistic, Liam, and I think this would be much more realistic than sitting and going, I need a goalkeeper who's got 20s. So that's my point, really. I'm looking for an interesting way of playing, and I don't think that the numerical search is the way to do it. I know we're conditioned to doing it, but I think that they need to look at it further down the line, because this, for me, I'm getting more. I feel like I'm learning something new here that I wouldn't be doing beforehand, and I'd just be sitting going, do you know what? Right, I'll go and find a goalkeeper. It'll be easy. Whereas now I'm like, I wonder what a good goalkeeper would look like, and can you use that in game? Fishek, it is the Musterman skin. So go and search Musterman skin. So progressive passes, obviously balls forward, great. Goals conceded 1.67 per 90. Clean sheets not brilliant, but 6.7 average rating. But again, remember, he's going to be playing towards the bottom of the league, so he's going to be working a lot. Yeah. How much is he worth? We don't know yet. There's no value attached. Analyst report. Let's see if there's anything there. Let's inquire. Has he got anything on his contract? We don't know. Okay. The scouts reckon 2.5, 3 stars. So that's better than what we've already got. Yeah. Who else we got that's fairly cheap? We're not really spending too much money. Oh, wait, here we go. Shimek from Lech Poznan's second team. Okay, so he's playing for the second team. So again, let's look at the stats with a pinch of salt, because he's playing a different division, but already saying that he's potentially better than Hruby in goal. Ability to stop shots using his reflex is good. Consistent performer, determined individual. Poznan might not sell mid-season. Doesn't like big matches, but very cheap. Okay. Is there a league analysis or like a league comparison on this as well? I mean, he has played in the first team, 150 minutes. Has he played first team football? Yes, he has. 3 goals conceded in 5 games. 7.08 for the first team. That's not bad. How much? 150 grand. Let's offer 25 first of all. We can always nudge it up if we can, can't we? Okay, they're my two that I'm having a look at. And then I also want to have a look for a right back. Because again, we might just have an issue with the fact that our right back's not good enough as well. Who else have we got here? So yeah, any suggestions of how we improve this, then feel free to jump in. Any sort of like attributes you might want to think, or statistics, we might want to look at and go, do you know what? Yeah, we want to get a player who's going to get forward. We want some crosses. We want, you know, what are we looking at? What are we looking for? What do you want your goalkeeper to do? Or basically, it's going to sound really silly. I want him to save the ball and then launch it. You know what I mean? That's what I want. That's what I want him to do. Get it and whack it. How do you define a 6.9 rating? I can't watch a player and definitively give him a 6.7 or 6.9 in much the same way I can't give a player a 13 to 14 finishing. Exactly. This is the thing. It's all nonsense, really, when you think about it. But I'm taking his ratings away. The ratings, of course, would be the same way you would pick up ratings from Amazon. Like, you know, how is a product given a 5 just because it's been delivered? It's potentially subjective. The game, we believe, has probably managed to construct a rating within there. Evening Harvey, how are you, buddy? Dale Sooley, welcome in. Appreciate the follow, very kind. But yeah, like, I think there's more merit to an average rating than 13 and 14. Personally, and again, you could look at the numbers and say, right, okay, well, he definitely has this amount of. He's played this amount of football. He's done this amount of things. That is good in comparison to the rest of the team, the players in his division, or that is bad in comparison to the rest of the teams in his position. That's what I would look at, really. Aidan, appreciate the follow, very kind. Calispira Jason, how are we, sir? Welcome. There you go. Football is nonsense. Everything I know has been broken. It's complete nonsense, Baron. It's complete nonsense. None of football makes sense. Really, match ratings are really needed as you presumably aren't watching the full match. Yeah, and we know that match ratings don't really work because all you do is a goalkeeper makes a save, their rating goes up, which they would in real life. But if, you know, player scores a goal, all of a sudden they get a big rating, because that's, again, just how it is, isn't it? Yeah. Even Team Dubs, how are we? Trade for Isaac Hadja. Who's Isaac Hadja? And how old is he in 2031? Isaac Hadja. I mean, nah, we don't know who that guy is. Asim El Hadri, goalkeeping coach, 59 years old. Do you know what? I think I'll probably stick with the goalkeeper I've got, actually. He's an F1 driver. I mean, that is damning for my goalkeeper. If we'd rather trade for a Formula 1 driver. I enjoy the concept. I think it isn't workable. I mean, we're proving it's working. Like, it is physically workable. It might not be to your taste, and it might not be as enjoyable for you, but again, it's no different to just go and give me a player who's 14, 15, 16 and just like, away you go. Because for me, that makes no sense, really. I mean, we all like looking at the numbers and going, look at all these 20s, but it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Mario Aperio, what's the name of the game? The name of the game is Football Manager, Mario. So it's a pleasure to have you here. For realism, you have to play the full game every game. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And for realism, nobody would win ever. So, you know, the key part of everything I was saying, Liam, is to make it more realistic. Not 100% realistic. If it's 100% realistic, then none of us would be doing this, would we? Because we'd have to sit and do our exams first, and we'd all get laughed out of the building for wanting to be part of the backroom staff. They'd just go, "What? Who are you? Like, what experience have you got? None." And then we'd all be sat in tier 10 for 40 years, not moving. Yeah. Nothing worse than taking a dump at a sporting event. Yes, there is. Loads of things worse than that. How about someone turns up to your house and just takes a dump on your floor? How about that? That'd be worse. Yeah. How about if during the middle of open heart surgery, that surgeon shits on your heart? Much worse. Much worse. I think some people are just too... Like, some people don't really think things through fully, do they? You know what I mean? Like, this is the worst thing ever. And I'm like, I think you'll find it's not. I have some thoughts on this. It isn't workable for users. No. But it is workable for users because people are using it. Muster Man, how many people you got using this skin right now? Yeah, it's fine. And look, Liam, you're welcome to your opinion, absolutely. You know, and I'm happy to debate it. More than happy to debate it. I feel personally, I'm just a bit bored of the numbers now. I've had the numbers for 30 years, and I'm thinking, you know, if we are in a potential where we are about to launch into a new era of Football Manager, if I was in charge of creating that new era, I would look to do this. Yeah? But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Like, I will probably be in the minority of people who want to do this, in addition to the minority of people who want to play long-term saves anyway, in addition to the minority of people who play on 2D, or, do you know what I mean? Like, all those things. There's just, the vast majority of people want the game to be easy. The vast majority of people. Yeah? And that's completely fine, and probably makes more sense, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was making a game, I probably would want people, like, I would probably want my users to play it and win and be successful. But I've just played this game too much now that I don't want it to be easy. I don't want to know exactly what to do all the time. Yeah. As I say, that's for me. That's for me. Yeah. Each to our own. But that's how I view it. Yeah. The results of the Club World Cup doesn't matter because Celtic weren't there. I mean, Mustafa, you could have stopped that sentence as the results of the Club World Cup don't matter. And just that would have been fine. Everyone would have agreed. But you're right. I mean, you know, if Celtic were there, then those clubs would they would no, it would be no different. It would be no different. Just they'd have played several sunburnt players. Yeah. This is indeed interesting. This is indeed interesting, Andrew. And we're all here for it, right? But yeah, as I say, look, everyone play your game however you want. Play your game however you want. But you know, I'm trying to play it differently now because I'm a bit bored of playing it the normal way. Yeah. Because for me, I find it a little bit too easy. And people in here will laugh and go, yeah, but you still don't win, TJ. And I'm like, yeah, but let's be honest. We try and make things different. We don't try and win all the time. Because we could make it. We could just make it easy and win all the time. But that would be boring. Yeah. Andy says, for watching FM content, it's quite boring watching someone win every single game with a meta tactic. In that sense, you are very watchable. And you know what? I love the fact that watchable is in quotation. You are watchable. You're a Steam Deck player, so you can't access the skin. Okay. I mean, yeah. That's a Muster Man issue, isn't it? You know what I mean? 100,000 people can't be wrong. Or can be. I don't know. Sunday's completed for me. Great North Run 10k completed. Indians demolished. I mean, I hope that's food, not just some sort of genocide. And then promoted with Parma. So there you go. What a Sunday for Ryan. I've been for a run. I've done a genocide, and now I'm playing Football Manager. God, what a Sunday. Yeah, I mean, look, all of this could go into the clipped out of context, TJ. If that's not clipped, I don't know what will get clipped. Jacule in on the follow. Appreciate that. TJ is a tolerable streamer. How many have you offended in 42 minutes? Less than normal, I think. And to be fair, it's not me that offends. It's the person who chooses to be offended. You gotta remember that. Yeah? It's too easy to find good players based on numbers. Agreed, casuals. Agreed. Far too easy. Yeah? And you know, people are more than happy to play that way and do play that game. It's a fervent in on the prime. Appreciate it, my friend. Very kind. Yeah. And I don't blame people for wanting to win. I don't blame them for wanting to win. Like, why would you not? Do you know what I mean? You buy the game and you think, right, I want to go and try and win. Yeah, that probably makes sense. LZ, how we doing? We're doing good. We're doing good, thank you. 42 minutes without incident. We should have a timer, shouldn't we? We should. Must demand it's one of those peculiar things whereby some people think if you do something different, you're somehow suggesting that everyone must do it that way. That is it. That is it. I'm merely suggesting an alternative. Yeah. If you're offended by TJ, continue your ways so TJ can continue to offend you. Yeah, exactly. If you're offended, that's your fault. Not mine. You know, you chose to be offended. Yeah, Bruce doesn't want to come back to us. So Savransky has come in. He's only winning 60% of his headers, but he says he's playing as centre back. I want him to play as a wing back, right? Okay, I want him to play as a wing back because I think he can get up and about a little bit more. He can dribble a bit better. Granted, his decision making is fine. His anticipation isn't so fine, but decision making is good in the with regards to movement. Ball control not brilliant, but he's fit. He can get up and down. He can be a backup. Heckle Tony Knight starts here. Heckle away, you won't win. I can guarantee it. Yeah, I love the people who think that they'll try and go, this will be great, and I'm like, yep. Yeah, let's see how it works for you. Yeah, still at Rakoof, asks Gabe. Yeah, just about, just about. I mean, Artur Zamansky would be great, but he's injured at the minute. He's out for 4 weeks. 6'2". There's a lot of yellow here, isn't it? Where are we taking this Journeyman to? To the moon and back, Jakul. Honest answer, don't know. Yeah, mod wherever you want, Dan. Yeah, just jump in, just have some conversations. We can all have fun. It'll be fine. Yeah. We're all having a lovely time. No one's doing anything silly. Ian the Drummer, have you been watching from the Creators League? I'm enjoying it so far. I've seen bits of it. I've not watched a lot because obviously we've got quite a bit going on at the moment. Hence why I'm not in it. We did discuss that. You know, in fact, Zealand and Stans are on the podcast this week, so talking about it. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that one, because that'll be pretty good. Remember the whole stream where he offended an entire country in less than an hour? Okay, again, standard fare. Standard fare. They were there for the taking, and you know, I'd have paid to see that. What, me offend people or me to be in the league? Either or. Because again, both can be organised. Both can be arranged. Rolo Play Tiger, Bil Bidze Zestrakov. Okay, see? There you go. Insta league whilst offending. Oh yeah, multitask. I guess if there's more eyes, then you can really offend more people. So yeah, probably makes sense. Freddie Adu is booked for the Mad Scientist show. Say what now? What's that? Is the mad scientist making a podcast or something, or have I missed something? I feel like maybe I've missed half of a sentence somewhere. Bohemian's job was just about to become available there, wasn't it? And now it looks like it's gone. Manager still looks like he's in charge by the looks of it. Yeah. Right, okay. Well, we're keeping our eyes peeled then, because that could be quite good. Right. I'm listening out to that, listening to the podcast while I'm valeting to pass the time. Well, there we go. Look at that. We've got a valet in the midst. How swanky are we? Alright, so Zemansky doesn't want to sign for us, which is a shame, because he would have been good as the wing back. So, right, okay. So let's get into it then, shall we? Let's start looking at what might make a good wing back. Quick question for the Moneyball. Whenever I try and make signings during the summer, the stats disappear. So yeah, what I do, and what Musterman might suggest as well. Yes, Kev, appreciate the follow. Very, very kind. Season 9, Jason. Season 9. 2031. Yes, Gavler, go for it. I'm going to do it. Excuse me. I managed to reach the summer of 2079 in my game. Now, there's the sign FM25 has gone missing. It was the summer of 2079. Oh, Brian Adams will be having a great time with that. What's the first thing you do when you start a new save? Oh, God. I hate the start of a new save. I hate it. It's the worst. Genuinely, I think that like the first season is crap. So first thing I do is I have a look at my current squad and I look in comparison to the rest of the league. In fact, to be honest, I should probably be doing this now actually, and then having a little nosy around and seeing where we sit against everyone else, and if we are lacking in certain areas, then I'll probably look to improve there. Then I'll have a bit of a nosy about with regards to the team, look at our ability, that sort of thing, and then I will pass over scouting. sorry, training will be passed over to someone else, and then yeah, we'll just lose to our reserves in a friendly, and then from that point, just probably not. I probably don't do many signings in the first window, because I tend to like sort of let the players run, sort of as they are, and just go right. Let's sort of try and work it out as we go forward. But yeah, I don't know. That's my thing. You always have go-to signings. See, I can't have that. Can't have go-to signings, because then I just feel like I'm playing the same save over and over and over and over again. We are an odd club. We're definitely odd. 100% agree. When you start a new save, the first season is always the worst. Yeah. I have concern here, Musterman, because I'm trying to. Oh, there you go. Right. Let's have a look at my. So someone who's played at least 800 minutes. I'm looking for dribbles from a wing back. I mean, ideally he's looking as an inverted wing back, but I can change it if needs be. I've got pressures attempted. I've got high intensity sprints, but I'm not sure if that's the right stat to be looking for. Maybe I want to try crosses attempted per 90 minutes. honestly, if I ever stream or start a new game, I'd use the random players feature, so you just can't go sign the same players. And what I would do instead of that is I would just go into a different nation that you've never managed before. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you go to a different nation you've never managed before, then that'll be far more interesting. Okay, so we've got dribbles, we've got pressures. So we've only got one player here, which is Crashish, which I can't really pronounce. There's a lot of suggestion that he might be decent. Lots of yellow here, composure, decisions, flair. That's for the final third, so he probably more of an attacking player than a defensive player, but he can make decisions. He is brave, he's aggressive. His marking and positioning is non-existent, so that might be a concern. Corners, crossing, endurance, all that bit's good. He's a winger, isn't he, really? But I'd like him to be a wing back rather than as a winger. Let's get the scouts on him. Would we agree? Is this guy... has he got the potential to be a defender? Shots. I mean, he's not winning the ball back much, is he? Lots of yellows because he's not scouted. That's the highest estimate I have. Of course, I forgot that. Steely TV, welcome in. Diamande. Who's Diamande? Wesley, Viper, Luca. Even Steely, welcome. What else can I get then on this if I'm looking for something interesting? Because I've got dribbles, I've got pressures, and I've got nothing. And I've only got 800 minutes, and that's not very much, is it? It's potentially the same as a Frimpong. Oh, okay, well. Terribly sorry about that. I mean, he's obviously playing in a lower league, so we'll see how he gets on. But if I've got here, the lad's only playing like 7 games. I really want someone who's played more than 10 matches, but change to accomplished rather than natural. An advanced playmaker. Both advanced playmakers, apparently. I'm going to start a new Moneyball save now. I'm wondering what to do with it. Go to France. Well, France is where you buy your players from. Yeah. And that's just if you look at Sunderland's transfer activity this summer. Which team I'm managing? Asked Janis. I am currently Raków Czestochowa in Poland. The year is 2031. So it's 9 years in. Yeah, we're in 2031 as well, Steely. Wickham in the National League. Mate, you've done well. You've done well. Does Lasky want to play in defence? Probably not. He's a winger, isn't he? But he's 32. Could we... could we move him a bit further back down the pitch, do you reckon? He's still played 12 times. He's in the reserves now, though. Right, okay. Is that dribbles made or is that dribbles attempted? What pressures? Let's try and put... should try and put crosses on instead or something, maybe? Progressive passes. What else could we have for a distance covered per 90 minutes? There's another one in there. Get another playmaker though. Missed out on promotion and lost to West Ham. Oh dear. What, in the National League? West Ham have gone all the way to the National League. My word. I mean, Championship until Take all the metric criteria, see what's filtering out, see why it's filtering out so many players. Okay, so everything really. Keeping up moving clubs. Not yet, YTJ. Not yet. We're still hoping. Apparently you only know 5 right backs. So that's all part of my scouting then. Got you. And all my right backs are advanced playmakers. So that's good. That's fine. Okay, this is fine. This makes my makes my scouting feel more realistic now. Because again, this is what I'm wanting, isn't it? Yes, Charlie, this is FM. This is FM but Moneyball. Yeah. Role was set to advanced playmaker. It shouldn't be. That's where it is. Right. Now we're talking. Right, okay, now. Why was it set to advanced playmaker? God, doesn't make any sense, does it? Let's take this down to 800 minutes then, shall we? Right, okay, now we're off. Now we're off. Right, we want 1,000 minutes, but 800 minutes might be fine. Right, distance can change. So we go back to pressures now, don't we? Are we doing distance or are we doing dribbles? Movement. Dribbles made per 90 minutes. Okay, pressures attempted. At least 1.5 dribbles. Oh god, that's really limiting everything, isn't it? Might go Paris FC, get them on par with PSG using Moneyball. You can do. Can't wait for the new role to be invented, the advanced windbreaker. We could go with that. We could go with that. So dribbles and pressures. I've got a couple of players there. Above 10 pressures are probably appropriate for a wing back. I bet you we're gonna have to scale this down a little bit, aren't we? There's one player there. 18 years old. He's got the most. Let's scout him. Would dribbles be up there? Or would we take dribbles to something else? We'd maybe change that to crosses. Let's go for crosses. Where's this guy at? Scroronic? 900 grand for Pogon. Former Rakuf player, actually. So we know of him, technically. Again, or would that change to distance, maybe? What are we thinking? Distance covered is at least. Mistakes leading to goal. No, we don't want mistakes, do we? So we basically what we want, right? Let me try and work out how we explain this. I want a fullback to be, so a wing back to be getting up and down the pitch, putting crosses in, obviously, pressuring the ball. I'd take roll off because it's the best roll. Have I got roll on again? Have I? Okay. Any. Got ya. So would I take distance off? Maybe do. Let me think about this. Crosses attempted per 90. Let's put 2 crosses a game. Okay, and then pressures attempted. We want that upped to 10. So there's 11 players in our scouting pool here. We've seen Montel potentially. decent from Spain. Potentially worth 3 million quid though. That's quite a bit. Sibitsky, 3 grand, 31 years old. What about Dagger Force? Would distance not be a good indicator? I think it would be, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. Okay, let's put distance as well. Right. As I say, this is where I'm trying to sort of like learn. So if anyone's got any ideas of what they think is a good metric, then feel free to hammer it in. Gavlar, we're doing the Musterman skin. Because technically this should start limiting this this pool of players now, but it doesn't seem to be doing that, does it? Can you momentarily up your scouting range, try beyond Poland, or do your finances suck too much? We could, but would we? I suppose yes, we probably technically would know about those other players, wouldn't we? There is that, I suppose. Finances might be a concern though. Yeah, that's a big jump in it. 3 grand to 120 grand. What was your wingback doing your tactics? So he should theoretically be an inverted wingback, but I'm happy for him to not be. If it means that he just has to be a standard wingback, that's fine as well. I'm not massively concerned. But my idea is that he comes inside to help, because my central midfielder is a Mazzala who moves out. And again, I don't mind him just being a standard central midfielder now and me adjusting that role slightly. This guy is not losing the ball a lot, not winning it back much either. Decent amount of possession, a decent amount of pressure, sorry. Only winning 50% of his headers though. Expected assist is quite low. Not winning a vast amount of tackles. Again, playing in a team that's struggling. I'm wondering how youth elevations work in the system. I assume you only have to go on what they're doing in their 18s. I guess so, yeah. Scout for a few months and live off free agents. That's possibly the way as well, says Belgium, yeah. I mean, technically my scouts have been working in the background for the last year, technically. If he's a traditional wing back, you want him crossing. Well, I've got crosses attempted per 90. I've got at least 2. If I up that to 4, that starts to really narrow down who we've got. So we've got Lasky, who's of course that advanced player who could move back. Zibicki, who's 31, who's playing in the reserves again. Does he beat his man to get the crossing? Did you manage to and get him in free space? So we work the ball into the box. So I suppose in that sense, then it's his movement and it's his passing, isn't it? Really. So it's maybe not. So it's maybe not dribbles, is it? Is it maybe a better XG possibly? I would say crosses are less important though, surely. If it's if we're looking at changing, if we're dribbling it in, he's only one of the flanks, so he needs to cover a lot of distance. Yeah. What about aerial challenges or not? Expected assists per 90. Let's just keep upping these, shall we? Alright, so 0.2 isn't very much. 0.1. He's isolated against wingers, so he needs to be able to win his tackles. Okay. Well, let's add a tackle in as well, shall we? Weird Fishers, welcome in. Welcome in. Interceptions or tackles, do you reckon? Tackles per 90. Let's do that, shall we? I've got one nothing. I've got one no tackles per 90 minutes. 1, 2. There we go. So second it goes down to 2. I lose the 2 wingers. Well, Mahmoud Hassan has cropped up. Focus on cross accuracy. Distance covered. Hang on, let me write these down. Okay, so cross accuracy. Accuracy percentage. Distance covered. Tackle win percentage. Let's see what your current win back is doing for those metrics. Compare that. Right, okay. I'm trying back. No. Honestly, don't worry about jumping in, Musterman. This is where you need to be. Yeah, I've needed help. The bat signal has been raised, so please come and help. See, the interesting thing is that Glogovsky, for me, has actually been doing decent enough at this wing back role. Okay, so what stats do you want to see from him, and how do you want to see it? Okay, so he's in this inverted wing back. Yeah, this is still FM24. Great. Yeah, we're playing Musterman's Moneyball. Okay, right. Where do you want to be? What stat do you want to see? So he thrives on big matches. Okay. He's got an impressive jumping reach. He has provided us with 2 assists. Well, sorry, no, 1 assist in the league. 2 goals in 14 matches. He's won 2.2% of his tackles every 90 minutes. He's done 4.51 dribbles per 90. He has an average rating of 6.85. What are his stats for cross accuracy? Where do I find cross accuracy? Chances created. Boom. Right. It's the yellow text on the screen. This one here. Well, crosses completed 6%. Yeah, that's not very much, is it? That's not much at all, to be honest. So anything above 6. Okay, so anything above 6. Distance covered is... Where are we looking? Distance covered. Down the bottom possibly here. Clearances 21. Clearances is quite good as well. Where's distance? .2 miles is above the red chart. Where are we? Above the red. Where was it? Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, right. So 8.2. And tackle win percentage is 85. Okay. Does cross accuracy but depend upon the forward getting decent at the end of it? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? Because then you've got to try and work out which one's the right one, isn't it? You know what's to blame? Is it the cross or is it the finisher? How are we finding Poland? Asked Callum. I'm trying to find a job to get out of Poland. To be honest, it's fine. It's all right. I think the problem is me. To be honest. As with every starting football, there's an element of dependency on other players. So hang on, so if I save that as a filter, so let's save that as, say, IWB for now. Yeah. And then if I look at cross accuracy here, cross completion ratio is above, it's above 10%, let's say. Let's keep pressures on. Let's put distances over 8 kilometers. Let's put tackle percentage is above 83, which is what, I mean, in fairness, the same players are still there. So it looks like they're the same people that we want to be looking at, and it's these guys. It's Lashki, it's Zubicki, and it's Moroz. So 2 advanced playmakers and a fullback. Tackle completion above 80. There's only one player above 80, and it's Oscar Montiel. Spanish complete wingback. Of course, he's the one that's going to be the most expensive, isn't he? He isn't happy though, so that's potentially useful for us. Legia Gdansk. What's he got? Possession 1, 15.67. Pressures is good. Overlapping fullback and energy on the flank who regularly looks to sprint forward and send in crosses. That's what we want. That's what we think. Do you still have the Helsingborg shortlist? Amazing. The HIF one, yeah, I do, yeah, still there. Get some trials in, arrange a friendly, that might help with the game. Possibly, but remember, we're also doing a lot of work here and might still be leaving. Let's also look at another. Bursa Sport unsuccessful. That £5 million transfer budget was staring us in the eye, wasn't it? Funniest thing would be getting a job before the transfer window opens up. I know. I can feel it coming now, to be honest. Let's think of a striker as well. Okay. Aerial challenges or shots? Conversion rate's got to be good. Expected goals per shot or distance covered. We don't need distance covered. Clory, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Real Gegenpressing, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. The raid, sorry. How are we? How was your stream? Welcome in. What's the formation going to be on this? Well, we're still going to have that. We're still keeping our 3 or 5, 2, 3, I think. So I'm not looking to shift it out just yet. What's this? Is expected assist? I don't want to expect assist. Expected goals. Is what I want. Great, so that just has to shots on target. That's a target percentage, actually. Probably better, isn't it? Let's get... Can we get an 80% on target? No, we can't. Columbia shirt, first save at FM26. Oh, I've got no idea. I've got no idea what's happening at FM26 yet. Barely aware what's happening at FM24. To be honest, Kiori, welcome in. Appreciate the chat. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm trying to work out whether or not we're staying in Poland or not. We might be. We might not be. Carbowie, we've had on the shortlist already, I believe. Yes, we have. We've had him scouted as well. .68 goals, so he is at Poznan. Let's make an inquiry, see what they're thinking. Because if we've already scouted him, then we know about him as well, and he's already got an A there as well. So that's the initial eyeball test says he's a good player. Right. Bushka. 7 and 17. What's that? Striker or fullback? Good. That could actually cover both, couldn't it? This is basically Petrovic all over again. Optic Josh, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow, my friend. Very kind. Between 270 grand and 2.8 million. That's what we like. Shows a fairly ambitious nature. Matches the new signing. Doesn't like big matches. Okay. Right, let's put that aside. Right, 2 strikers in. A couple of fullbacks possibly. If we can find a clue in Colombia that doesn't have or had any cartel associations, perhaps. Oh, look. They all have an affiliation with local businessmen. Yeah. $2 million for Bushka. I mean, that's not going to happen. Right. Let's just cancel that right now. Given the fact our finances is 600 grand. Part of me feels like I'm going to have to like stay just to try and get through this little experiment we've done tonight, to try and actually be like, can we do it this way? Even in console, how are we, buddy? How are we? We are still in Poland. Still in Poland. For what it's worth. Do we still want to be in Poland? Well, you know, let's not focus on that. But we are here. So that's something. That's not a bad shout, you know, Jason. That's not a bad shout at all. What leagues have we got loaded up? Asked Jim. Loads of it. Loads. Absolutely loads of leagues. What we got? We've got Australia, Austria, Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Czech, Egypt, Greece, Iceland, Indonesia, Japan, Norway, Poland, Serbia, South Korea, Sweden, Turkey, United States, and Ukraine. So, quite a lot. Why does the music keep shooting up? No idea. No idea, LH. Appreciate the follow, though. The only answer I can give you is it shouldn't. It shouldn't be doing that. It's potentially a TikTok thing. Is the only explanation I can really give as to why that is. I think we're stuck in Poland. I think we're very much stuck in Poland for now. 475 grand for Rutkowski. might just have to pay it. We might have to pay it. FM did a magic think. Betis in my save got a wonder kid from the academy, right winger named Joaquin. Exactly, it's like the real life Joaquin. Nice. That works out all right. That is good. Welcome back in again, Harley. Yeah, all good. All good. Thank you, buddy. Very good. Just ticking along, trying to get Moneyball working. Trying to understand it. It's complicated. It's complex. And I'm not a complicated, complex creature. David McKenzie, did you giving up on day 8 of things that will make FM better? No, David, I've got a wife and 2 children. I have more important things to be doing than making TikToks every single day about Football Manager. But I will get back to it. It's been the weekend. I'm not spending my weekend ignoring them to be like, oh, I've got to make a quick TikTok. About FM. Plus, of course, nobody cares. Really, like, you know, none of these suggestions will make it in. But I'll keep it going. I'll keep it going. I have also made a video which I still need to finish editing actually. And the fact that Chris has gone quiet suggests that maybe the video is too ranty. So I've recorded what I believe is a response to some of my other videos. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if it's acceptable to post. I think it's fine, but I can probably understand why there might be a recommendation to potentially not release it in its current form. I'm outraged. How dare you have a family? I know. God, I should be a right loser, shouldn't I? Just sit on my computer all day. Chris promoted from editor to lawyer. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I just go, Chris, is this going to get me fired? You know, just because at the end of my first season at Dartford, champion of Vanarama North, South, do I move clubs? I mean, if you've been promoted, then have a go. Have a go in the next division. You know, or unless you're like me, and then just, you know, keep moving all the time. Yeah. Do you feel as though you can keep going with Dartford? Can they go another step, or can you at least start the season and see where you go from there? I do, yeah. Lawyer to Chris. Not to be confused with loiter Chris, which is very, very different. Yes, Max, that's right. Poland, here we go. I mean, we say here we go. We're it's been tough. Poland has been tough, hasn't it? Even the club who's bottom of the Turkish First Division didn't want to hire us. So I think we might be here for a while. Loiterer Chris. Slemon's job's insecure. Oh, we're off to Indonesia, lads. Resign and move clubs. Who needs the success? Just escape. Yeah, there is that console. But there's also part of me is like, you know what I'm like. Yeah. I'm in here now going, oh, but I'll show them. I don't fancy Korea or Japan. Not just yet, no. Not yet. It's a bit too tricky for me right now. Right, Swancreck's too expensive. Moroz. We don't think he's available? Got a lot of work to do in the heading department, though. Okay, what's the situation? So Simic is coming in, and Zavransky's coming in as well. So Zavransky's a centre back. Simic's the goalkeeper, right? I think if you're not under pressure, use this season to learn Moneyball and get ready to move in the summer. This is the thought, isn't it? Like, think about what metrics do I need? How do I get the system to work? We're out of contract in the summer, so it's not a problem. Just, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. Just be like, right, can we make it work now? What would be the What's the bit we need to learn? This Joshua Smith, appreciate the follow. Very kind, very kind. Pleb alert, TJ, love the podcast. Thought I'd pop over the streams the first time. Hope you well. Appreciate that, Pleb. Very kind, very kind. I'm glad that you're the Pleb alert, because sometimes I've got to use my own intuition, but if you're here monitoring it for us, then welcome in. Glad you like the podcast, by the way, and everyone else, by the way, who hasn't listened to the podcast, make sure you listen to it because it's good. Had episodes of Jamie Hutchinson on recently. We've had the Football Manager phone in, 2 episodes of that, and then this week on Thursday is Zealand and Stans, which is huge. The only bottom teams in Japan hire washed up Sunderland fans. I don't understand this term washed up. Washed. Where are you getting this washed from? Do you know what I mean? Oscar Montiel, right, he's... Will it take Tony more time than any other season to learn the attribute of scouting? Tell the truth. Yeah. Am I gonna take longer than everybody else, or? And if I am, fine. I was expecting to see a man in tears regretting his life choice. I guess this is going better than feared. There is that possibility, Zarusel, or there's the possibility that I am still in denial. Yeah. Pavella still not winning headers, 65%. That's not very much, is it? I mean, he can play right back apparently. 230 grand. Hendricks is God. Welcome in. He's only been playing centre back, has he? Where will I find out his? Can I find out his positions? I don't think I can I? Stats. Do I find that in? Not form. There we go. Right. Centre back. He's been playing midfield. Right, okay. Interesting. Well, I guess if we're looking for an inverted winger, then central midfield would sort of make sense as well. Knocks the ball past opponents, plays short, simple passes, moves the ball on the right foot before attempting a dribble, doesn't play through balls. Interesting. Musterman, talk me out of this guy. What do I not understand? What am I looking wrong? For what position? For an inverted wing back. He's currently playing defensive mid all season. He thinks he's a centre back. His club have played him DM. But he moves the ball to the right before dribbling. He doesn't like through balls. He plays short, simple passes. And I'm just thinking, has he got, if he's playing DM, has he got the capacity to come inside and play as a as an inverted wing back? He's won 65% of his headers, so he can play centre half for me. He's winning possession. His passes are fine, 80%. Progressive passes not brilliant. He's not really dribbling, but again, I guess in that position he's probably not going to be. His heading's not great, I'll grant you that. Yeah, but then again, you know, he can't mark. Well, we've got 3 centre-backs, so technically, does he need to mark that much, or can he just pressure the ball? I'm thinking out loud, I guess. He's got pace and bravery. It'll be fine. He's fast. He's fast. Who cares? Have you ever managed in the Serbian league? Not yet. I haven't. No, Gachi. Never managed in the Serbian league yet. Piers Princess Polska. Welcome. Up the Polska. I feel emotionally attached to the players, says Clintock. You should be. Look, you've been promoted, okay? Then there's an understanding that you're going to be feeling tied to them. That makes sense. He's active in sweeping up loose balls, relatively safe on the ball. His tackle win rate is low. I'd be concerned about when isolated against dribbly wingers. He's a very defensive-minded DM. Okay, well, we can keep him on the shortlist then for something else that might crop up. Because we might need another DM, possibly. Osria could be too expensive as a striker. Shortlisted is fine. Skibici. Yeah, not good with his heading, is he? 20% of headers won. Lots of pressures, lots of dribbles. But I think this is with him playing as a forward player. Yeah. Playing as a winger. Again, fast, but what else is he going to do? Runs with the ball down the right, gets forward. So again, marking, tackling, heading, not brilliant. He's not the Polish Trent as far as inverted wing backs go. I mean, the guy's 5'9", the guy's 5'11". Okay. If he can't cross, he's no fullback. Fair. Where's his crossing? He's obviously not doing it. He's obviously not putting the crosses in. Right, Pantovic can have another year. Anthony, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Let's give Zhakov a new deal. Trigger that extension as well. Saves. Oh, hang on 2 seconds. Just had a bang, no idea what it was. Couldn't work it out. Let's give him a new deal. Oh, never mind. Montiel, can we potentially tempt you in? We can do that. That's fine. We can. Great. Injury of centre back. Lovely. Jamie Carragher was what? Was right. Fullbacks are just failed wingers or centre backs. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, nobody picks to be a fullback, do they? You know, goalkeepers are failed strikers. Also, like, you know, Jamie Carragher seems to forget he's an Everton fan, doesn't he? Yeah. We've had this with Eldest Jameson this week. He's like, I want to be midfield. I'm going to be midfielder, and I was like, you might get moved. You might get moved position. So just be conscious of that. Do you know what I mean? Because you know you're not always going to be where you expect to be or want to be. So everyone's Sky forgets that time he gobbed on a girl. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that time that Steven Gerrard hung out with the mafia, you know. Oh, sorry, still does. You know, because his daughter's going out with one. You know, and that time that, you know, that John Terry did all those things. Gareth Bale might be the only player going the other way. Yeah, I've told about Gareth Bale a few times actually. Like the guy looking at going, there's a left back, and they're going, nope, that's a centre forward. Going, what? And a good one as well. Dansk, their job was available actually, but we're not going to look for a new job in Poland, are we? Let's be honest. Right. Okay, so Montiel's still not happening. I think this is getting to be quite expensive now. Trying to find a couple $100,000. Let's see if there's a cheaper one on the horizon, shall we? Where's the short list? Maybe we go for Hassan. Yeah, maybe we do that then. Hey, 70 grand. Let's see about that. Gareth Bale basically was God. Gareth Bale was class. Often people tell to be the first time I tried attribute was I gave it after 2 months in the game and didn't touch it for 2 years. Well, okay. So far I'm doing all right then. Is that what we're trying to say? Yeah. Or this is the thing that makes me stop playing FM, which again that's the thing. In fairness to Carragher, he didn't see the girl. Yeah, he was just spitting indiscriminately. Do you know what I mean? So. Any sentence that starts with "in fairness to Carragher," already I'm going no, no. This isn't a sentence, is it? You've taken Wigan to the Premier League. Well played. Well played. In fairness to TJ. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What you're about to say next is going to be ridiculous. Because in fairness to DJ, it's not a good start. Yeah. Where's minutes played again? Oh, yeah, minutes. 1,000 in. Right. Renato, Brazilian striker. Ooh, bit of fancy flair. Yara Sindelarf at Bohemians. Now here's a problem because we wanted to get the Bohemians job, but 7 in 7, 7 in 17. Sorry. Good in the air, likes big matches. We've got winning headed duels or attempting headed duels. Plays short, simple passes, attempts overhead kicks. There you go, that'll do. Right. That's how data works, isn't it? Evening, Kevin. How are you, my friend? Pleasure to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. In fairness, to be honest, he also did, but also are all good ones, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, look, if you're in the public eye, you should know better. Right, do you know what I mean? At no point did he think, you know what, if I spit on him, everyone's gonna love me. I'm gonna look classier. Yeah. So I'd say he's in the wrong. And also, he's Jamie Carragher, so he's in the wrong regardless. Yeah. Okay, so Zelensky is interested. This is a midfielder that we're thinking here, by the way. Get him in. So we're on a C rating for the job and for the supporters and the board. Rivalries aside, pissed me off a lot on Twitter. Yeah. To be fair, Twitter is bad enough in general, isn't it? Never mind all of the stuff that comes with it. Well, I'm not commenting on any of it. Football Twitter's a bloodbath. It is. And you know what? Pleb Alert would know. Like literally, that's where they all hang out in it. They're all absolute spanners. Using terms like washed and what else do they say? What's the other stupid things that they say? Like using like comparing everyone to prime Barcelona and is this player from 2006? Like, are these players any good? Like, oh, shut up. Do you know what I mean? Is Van Dijk the best centre back ever? No. Tell me you've never seen Cesc Fabregas without telling me you've never seen Cesc Fabregas. Like all this fucking nonsense. And then they're saying things like, bro says, bro is cooked. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, cooked as well. Ugh. Nonsense. Let me destroy. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Didn't win a quad, you're an asterisk club. I mean, well, then, yeah, there is that. This such and such player has completed football. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Kids on the internet, man. This is where I call you unk and tell you you're cooked or something. Yeah, right. Can I ask you a question? Is Cooked from Breaking Bad? Because that was like 15 years ago. So surely that was when these people were just being born. In-Betweeners, there's a lot to answer for. Oh, yeah, if you watch the In-Betweeners, you're a fanny. Yeah. Here's how old I am. I was told that I was cold. I was told how. Here's how old I am. I was told that was cold. I was like, is that a bad thing or a good thing? Yeah. Like, what's that all mean? Ooh, Cold Palmer. What? His name's Cole. Literally, it's there. Like, look at the spelling. I don't know. I'm too old for the internet. I don't need to be part of it. $500,000. Oh, he's very expensive in wages, though. David Drackle. Peter Ratkoff. Quick question: as someone who barely plays FM, how many seasons do you think it'll take me to win a treble with Dortmund? I've got no idea. No idea. There's a lot of variables. Probably like 3 seasons, maybe, if that. I don't know. It depends on so much. It depends on what tactic you download or use. It depends upon what players you buy. It depends on random luck modifier in the game. So many variables. It's no worse, no better than the slang of our youth. Yeah. How good are you at the game? There's also that. Yeah. I remember I got relegated with Real Madrid first season, once in FM 21. Wow, that's impressive. Fair play for not getting sacked first. Oh look, he's doing something for tea, and now he's finished cooking. Now, so can we eat? Yeah. So we're looking at the actual tenses here, aren't we? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't look at it this way. It's one of those things where we probably have to go, you know what? It's not meant to be for us, and that's fine. You had the FM editor not sack you. Oh, so you cheated. I got you. What formation are we cooking here, TJ? Hopefully a cold one. Oh, so cooked and cold and washed. Vibes, I think. Bro knows. Yeah, bro knows ball. Yeah, that's it. I've got all the words. Okay, I think I've signed some players that might potentially help us. Unk is cooking. I mean, again, why the uncle? Right, Russenborg don't want us either. Okay, I mean it looks very much like we're stuck in Poland. Imagine if we were going Souness is washed, fam. He should retire because Lineker is rinsing him. He's proper cooked. I mean, none of that's even a sentence, is it? None of it makes sense. But somewhere that's the thing, isn't it? How can I do that without the mustard skin? It's the same. Just search for the stats in the game. All I can picture is TJ doing Palmer's cold celebration right now. Am I wrong? But didn't he stop scoring very quickly as well? He scored a couple of goals and everyone said he's brilliant, and then he just stopped scoring. And no one seems to have remembered that bit. Basically, my man hates Real Madrid so much he used the editor to not sack him and proceeded to relegate them. Give that man a star. It's not massively different from saving and reloading, though, is it? Do you know what I mean? Oh, if he's turned to ice, then he must have ice in his veins. Whatever that means. I got a confession. My friends call everything slightly disappointing an egg. As in, oh mate, that's an egg. He's done it for 25 years now. I have no clue why he does it or what state the egg is. I judge him every single day. That's the equivalent of when we were kids. We used to say that something was pants. Oh God, that's proper egg. Like, make no sense. Make it make sense. Pants is still going. Really? Jesus. Like, surely that should have gone like in the mid 90s. Nobody else says it, and he's kept it going for 25 years. Yeah, I'll keep it going. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Cold Palmer has Riz though. He passes the vibe check, no cap. Yeah. Do you know what this sounds like? This sounds a little bit like when people talk in code, don't it? They're trying to like not let war secrets slip. Cold Palmer has Riz though. Passes the vibe check, no cap, and it's going. Oh, okay. Got all that. That basically means we fire at dawn. Does no one say on fleek anymore? I heard that one. What was that? That was about eyebrows. Eyebrows is the one. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what the fleeks meant. Reminds me of a tweet I saw doing the rounds today. A lad called Fernando moved to Manchester at 18. Everyone's like, do you hear the drums? Whenever he introduced himself, thought it was a Mank thing, started doing that to everyone else. It wasn't until he was mid-20s he found out it was an ABBA song. God. There's so much entertainment available in it, and this is where we get to. This is where we get to. Stinger did a Villa regulation save after he constantly beat them. He took them down. Fair enough. It's probably a scrambled egg. Is that friend Tony? What? Does Riz mean he has rollies? That means he can pull a bird. What, Riz? No, Riz is definitely a rollies. I don't know. I think this is very much the moment of Moneyball where it's like, I think my attention span's gone and I'm just like, right, I've tried to buy some players and now I'm just trying to find what young people say. The friend that refers to anything is egg. I don't. It's not my friend. I've got no idea. I'm confused. Do you know what? I'm confused and I'm in this conversation. Do you think the team is in a good spot? No, I don't think so. I think we're probably quite a bad spot. But Sunday, Monday, Hammer Bay could be could be interesting. In the Swedish top division, ooh. The home of Kennedy Barasholu. No cap for real. What? I don't know what cap means. Zamalek? No coping? Cameroon? What club did we move to? I'm at work. I haven't been following the stream. We haven't moved yet. We're still where we are. Still stuck here. It's a cool club. They're a cold club. Yeah. Hammer Bay are quite good. Have we improved? That's the question. Right, we've brought a couple of players in. So here's where we currently are. Right, in terms of our where would it be? Squad planner report. Okay. So, as you can see, in the league, we're not very good, right? Hopefully, we can improve that. Defensively, our players are crap. Okay, they are really, really crap. We're the worst in the league for everything. Midfield, decent, apart from that they can't pass, clearly. And the attackers, well, the attackers are good, which is why we've just gone and bought 2 more of them. But yeah, physically, F1 soccer shorts, appreciate you, very kind. Physically, mentally, and technically, it's not great, is it? It's not great. Console players, all right. You can play console F1. Don't worry. We got some people who play console in here as well. Can't think of it off the top of my head though. Oh yeah, FM console. I'm 4th. We're not 4th. We're 11th. Like, we might be able to turn it around. I know we've signed a replacement for, which we brought. So we're bringing another right back in. Okay. We're bringing another centre back in. We're bringing another goalkeeper in, another midfielder, and 2 strikers. So. You were 4th last time I was on the table. Yeah. There was some things happened. Console. You're doing your save with PSV Eindhoven. Oh, good shout. I mean, I can't just buy someone from PSV Eindhoven though. That's the thing. Like, I do like the suggestion though. Just buy someone from them. No goalkeeper and striker, I think, happened. That was the last time, wasn't it? Yeah. That was worrying when that happened. Let's just hope we can get to when we actually can play. Just buy Mbappe. Might as well. Mbappe and Bellingham, unless they're washed at this point. I'll buy Cold Palmer. Pepe from PSV is a good striker. He scored 60 goals. Hammer Bay don't want us. Great. We have like 100 grand or something as a transfer budget. I can't imagine that Pepe is going to want to join us. And also we're we're in 2032, so Besiktas's job's insecure again. Like, didn't they just replace the manager? Oh, it's a caretaker position. Yeah. He's been in charge for 42 days. This is I think you're all right. I think Besiktas is the club we avoid. Or we go. And have a lot of fun there. The goalkeeper would have been a write-off. I know the goalkeeper is important. Yeah. Well, we've got a goalkeeper. We bought one. Thankfully, the winter transfer, so the winter break has meant that the goalkeeper's got back fit, and we've also brought another one in as well. Yes, F1. Yeah, we play on PC. Yeah. Jack Kenmare's in. Hello, Jack. How are you, buddy? Hope you're well. How's Kilsocki been in this save? Who's Kilsocki? A player or a club? Yeah, we can play this game easy. There's the easy way, there's the hard way, and then there's the TJ way, which is basically this. Doesn't look appealing, does it? Do you play on PC? You can do more than on a console. Probably. Yeah. It's a different game. It's a different game though. F1. So I hate those sort of like conversations about, oh, you know, the console's a dumbed down version. It's not. It's not a dumbed down version. It's a different game, is what it is. Yeah. But that doesn't fit narrative, does it? What tactic are we running? We're running a 5-3-2 at the minute. Controlled possession. It might tweak. It might change. We'll see. Got a couple of players that aren't quite performing at the level I was wanting them to. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like Kozurek, for example, is not quite doing what I wanted him to do. It's much more rewarding than when you play it this way and finally get success. It is, and we all can sit there and go, "Oh God, it's taken." You know, finally it took us, 13 years or whatever, but we've at least done something, and it's. You're right. That's amazing. No meta tactic. That's the first. Well, you're clearly new. Yeah, no. We know we don't do the meta around here. We don't do the meta. We don't buy the same players. We don't use the same tactics. We try and create a tactic for each team that we go to, so it's a different feel every single time, but there's only so many times you can do it. But yeah, no, we don't go for what definitely works. Biggest issue with consoles are 30 seasons, 10 nations, unable to change leagues. That is a problem. That's a problem. Every time I hear 5-3-2, I instinctively think of Steve Bruce at Hull City. Oh, really, Kevin? How come? Peter Platashi. This is Hubert Rakowski. Oh, he's already been scouted. End of contract. Okay. Rakowski looks like he might be half decent, yeah. First time I saw that formation, I always wanted El Mohammadi and Figueroa as wingbacks. Ooh. Handy. Right. 6 signings in. Six. Some would say 6 is a lot, but some people less than convinced with Mahmoud Hassan, I think, at this point in time. D. Angry with the signing of a player's surplus to requirements. I mean, look, we said statistically he's going to be fine. Whether that's going to work out or not, we don't know. Makacek, we hope it's going to be fine. Unambitious doesn't look good further himself. That could be a concern. Goalkeeper here, Shimmick. Could be good. Sindelar, striker. We brought him in from Bohemians, so let's see how he can get on. Savransky, another centre back. Likes big matches, very consistent apparently. And Zelensky as a midfielder. Poor first touch apparently. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's trust the process, shall we? I'm sure we can keep some players for a little bit longer, potentially. Great. Legia Warsaw is the first game back following the winter break, so that should be a nice, easy one to just sort of ease ourselves back in, shouldn't it? Carl Segan, 800 grand possibly. A few hours. What speed are we playing at? Still takes me a few days. Yeah. I mean, we're doing all right. Get through a few seasons in a few hours. Hang on, what? You can get through a few seasons? Jesus. I thought we were skipping through stuff, but you must be flying. Let's see if these new players are any good, shall we? Young player, let's go for him, shall we? We might not get him, but let's try. YFM's trying on here, but can't get it right. In what sense? On the road? As in you're trying to sort it out. Yeah, there's a lot of trial and error with it. I only sign players recommended to me unless I want to follow the nation only rule. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Do we chuck the new goalkeeper straight in? Yeah, he's better. Doesn't like big matches. Straight in on a big match. Alan Pardew admitted he got absolutely smashed by Mike Ashley and squash. Completely misjudged him being 17 and 17.5 stone. Not known as a former squash coach. Oh, really? That got him. Right, Bentner's been making loads of issues. Loads of problems. So let's put Zotter in. Zavransky can go on the bench as well because that's another option. Sindelar can come on as a striker. For Lewandowski, maybe? Let's do that. Yeah. The screen's all pixelated when streaming it, impossible to read. You must have the settings must be too low then, in order for it to go like that. Yeah, you either need to get a more powerful computer, or you need to up your bandwidth. Mike Ashley, the hypocrite of Toontown. In what sense? I'm going to go in here. What was Mike Ashley's problem? All he did was tried to make that club run as a profitable business to be sold to dirty sports washers. You know? I think Mike Ashley gets a lot of bad press for not buying Newcastle a player. I think that's it. Let's not let Lewandowski go out on loan. He never cared about the product, only the profit. Well, that's every owner. That's literally every owner. Yeah. Unlike Piff, who absolutely are looking after the product and not everything else. They're just like, you know. I don't think. I think if I'd have been offered an owner of Mike Ashley or the Saudi Arabian government, I'd take Mike Ashley. Mike Ashley promised every employee a massive bonus. Some would get 50% of their average wage as a bonus if they got 10th. They were 3-0 up against West Brom. They finished 12th, no bonus. Yeah. But you know what? Had they finished 10th, I bet they got the bonus. I bet they would have got it. And nobody would have said nobody would have said anything there. So that's not the player's fault, is it? The day he left Newcastle, the sun was out. I mean, yeah, but hang on, right? No, it wasn't, was it, though? Because it was to be replaced by the Saudi Arabian government. So, it was, no. Horrible. But, you know, apparently fans can't do anything. You know, Newcastle fans obviously wanted to protest Mike Ashley, but we'll keep very, very quiet when the Saudi Arabians turn up. Oh no, we can't say nothing about that. No. It's not for us to question the owners. No. No. We're just fans. We can't do nothing. I'm sure the sun was out at some point while I was there too. It was, yeah. There was at least 3 days of sun in the northeast. They should legislate against state ownership. You'd think, wouldn't you, Dubs? You'd think. Actually enforcing the terms of an agreed contract. I know, God, what a horrible, horrible human being. God, you know, not like murdering journalists. 13 years of absolute darkness. When there was celebration in the city, Sam Fender was involved. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's your problem. Sam Fender had to turn up. Jesus. Pathetic. If in doubt, if you're wondering which club you want to go and sports wash, find the thick ones. Find the ones who go, oh yeah, we deserve it. You know, that's why Man City fans weren't bothered. Find the team who's living in someone's shadow constantly, and then they'll feel like they deserve to be given the money. You know, and then they'll feel grateful at that point. It's like, oh yeah, they'll just not actually bother with where their money's come from. Yeah, same as Newcastle fans, yeah. Just going. This is probably fine. Maka check makes it 1-0. The problem is, Jason, is it's actually true. This is, you know, it did happen, sadly. And continues to. Oh, there's a new podcast out, is it? I'll have a listen to that. That'll be interesting. See what the Athletics say about it. Sometimes they're pretty good with stuff like that, but then there's other times they're just like they're a bit complicit. You know, like I know there's like sort of some good writers on there, and it's like make some great content, but then they did still go and cover the Qatar World Cup, and you're just like. Oh. Here's Cinderella inside. Sadlock. Out to Hassan. Long ball through. Sadlock. Is he offside? Disallowed. If Indonesia won it, would you criticise them as much? Well, obviously, there's a massive Indonesian football fan. Clearly not. But they should also be criticised as well, though. They should be, in the same way that Russia were criticised when they had it. They should be. Absolutely. I'd criticise. But then, no, that's the sort of thing I do. Evening, Owen. Evening, Tom. How are you, buddy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's happening in the world? How are your streams? Nice to see you, boys. Welcome into the Journeyman. We're trying to we're having a bit of a midlife crisis at the minute, where we are trying to do Moneyball in Poland. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Even Dad said, "How are we?" Up and down. Network save. Network save. Nice. Salty's in as well. Hello, Salty. How are you, buddy? Welcome in, pal. US should be criticised as well. They're as bad as Russia and Qatar. They should also be criticised. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? And definitely don't just give the World Cup to England. That can piss off. No chance. Tom, I got sacked by St Mirren. Oh dear. Retired, made a new manager, and got the Aberdeen. Oof. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Sounds like a magical place. Fairly sure it's made up. Fairly sure. Won the cup with Livingston, beat Celtic and Rangers. Aberdeen know nothing. Well, this is the problem. You know, Aberdeen is a silly, stupid place. You know. So I'm with you on this one, Salty. People should be criticised as FIFA. Agreed. Go straight there. Go straight to them. They're the problem. Don't let the British public have to try and make a decision about something. Just go, look, we're going to complain about this because who, what, where, when. Klakowski's tiring. Tell you what, let's put Zotta there. Bednar can go on. Please don't ruin this. The whole world's shit. There you go, Dan. Straight in there. Just like that'll do. He's probably right. We've got 15 minutes left against Leg here. Hold him up. Stand him up. Oh, dear. There you go. There's the equaliser. That was clearly going to happen, wasn't it? I mean, it's not dreadful. It's not a dreadful situation, but let's put Lewandowski on as well. Bring Sindelarov off. Check for Kozarek. I mean, 2 foot's fine, Dan. 2 foot's fine. We'll play on. I think you got the ball. Yeah. Maybe give you yellow for just because you know it's the modern game. But oh, he's gone in 2 foot there like that. That was you right there, Dan. That was your comment. I was more lenient. I thought you got the ball, but that ref's went nah, straight off. Okay. So 1-1 then against Warsaw. We will start to move up the table. We will do, surely. We can just keep nudging performances like that. The man after my own heart. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, that pass map's starting to look like what we want, isn't it? Who have we got next? It's another draw. Gornik Zabraza. Then Legia in the quarterfinals of the Cup and Katowice. Draw against Legia is not a bad result based on my 30-year out-of-date knowledge. I think that's probably the same as well. Carl, share your feed on my Football Manager Worldwide group. No. No. What's that, Carl? What's your worldwide group? What have I missed out on? Oh, you shared it. Sorry, I thought you asked for me to do it. A Facebook group. I haven't even attempted to infiltrate Facebook for Football Manager stuff. We should. I know we got the podcast, so we should probably start to do stuff on Facebook, but it's just a lot more hassle in it to try and find things to work in there. Actually, I've just seen something there, and it's made me think, which is never a good thing, right? But Kremenliev is available for loan. $8,000. Because he was awesome when we were at Farrell, and he was a right wing, inverted wing back. So let's see if that works. You got 18,500 members on it. Okay, cool. All right, get them all to drop a follow here then, Carl. Tell them about the podcast. Tell them about the FM Show podcast as well. Yeah. Out every Thursday. That's where it is. On YouTube, on all podcast platforms as well. Next week's episode is this week's episode, I should say, sorry. This week, next week, depends on how you want to define it. Thursday's episode that comes out is going to be with Zealand and Stans, talking about the league. So that should be a good one. Got a couple of phone-in episodes that have been out recently, which have been pretty good. We've got Jamie Hutchinson episode on, which is fantastic as well. So, yeah. Quite a bit. Makovsky's not interested at the minute. Fine, no worries. We'll keep you for that. Every Thursday, what time are we on? Well, the podcast is at lunchtime every Thursday, but we stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So yeah, we've got quite a bit. 9 p.m. UK time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday as well. Right, get him off home then if he's not well. It's the job front like AK. Ooh. Slaven Belupo. We did say that could be fun, didn't we? Make a note to see if the members log in. No, go for it, man. That's appreciated. Now I've fully read what was actually happening. Milo, I've just resigned to my save and no one wants me. How do I get a job? Oh, mate, join the club. Like, no one wants us either, and we haven't resigned. You'll get a job eventually, but it'll be low down. The longer you're out of work, the less likely you are of getting a decent job. So you got to start lowering those expectations a little bit. Load some other leagues in as well. That's always quite handy, but again, maybe consider that you might be getting lower paid jobs than what you were looking for. Go to Latvia, build from the bottom, yeah, or Beret Rangers. Probably around about the same, to be honest. Have Dortmund got anybody we can load in? Nonzo's only 16, so he won't come. No, nothing yet. Kostas Katagash from Tripoli. Ooh. Dreads big matches apparently. How's he out for? 3 months. So probably not signing him, are we? About midfield. Brisky. 200 grand? Milo in on follow. Appreciate that, Milo. Very, very kind. Very kind. Okay. Right. Let's go for that. Rusakovsky, he's more of a defensive mid, isn't he? It's also worth 400 grand. We haven't got that kind of money. Right. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see if we see if this works then. Another fringe player. Let's see. See what we can do. Yeah. Right. We got Vacek's 1.9 million. We're not getting him in unless it's coming on. Unless he comes in on loan. No. Didn't think so. Dork, you should have your youngsters train with the first team if you want them to develop. Okay. What if I'm not that bothered? What if I'm not going to be here forever? What if that's not the plan? Also, I have played this game for 30 years, so I know. I appreciate the follow, the dog. Very, very kind. Several players feel as though there's a lack of depth. Well, yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? Yeah. There is a depth of quality because nobody wants to come to our rubbish football club. That's why. Also, the fact that we're still looking out for a new job away from this football club would suggest. I mean, do we go to Zamalek and just change things up completely and go to Egypt? Yeah. That would be a big shift, wouldn't it? Slaven Belupo, maybe. Maybe. Played one of my own clubs, don't recognise a single player in their squad now. This is where I now know I've gone too long in this game. No, I think you've done right. I think you're in the right place, Dubs. Atramitos, a return to Greece. Ooh, it could be on. It could be on. Still somehow feels too soon. It does, doesn't it? Asa there as well. AEK was there as well. Let's see what this match. Gornik Zabriza. Members of Discontent. TJ's walking a dangerous tightrope, am I? What's happening here? C and C. I'm not sure there's a. Are we hanging? Are we part of a dangerous tightrope? It doesn't look like it, does it? The media are trying to drum this one up, aren't they? Trying to create an El Sakiko. Trying to create a narrative that I'm getting fired. Oh, do you know what? That would make it so much easier. At least we'd be free from pulling at that point. This save aside, because you realistically can't do it with the budget. What do you reckon is the best squad building is? 2 first-team players at every position and youth, or something else. I mean, if you could do that, if you could have 2 players for every position and a bit of youth, that'd be great. Everyone would love that. That would be like literally the perfect way of doing it, wouldn't it? The reality of that, I suppose, though, is probably different, isn't it? Egypt could be fun. It could be. I think there's that thing, isn't it, of like, you know, if we were, say for example, if we were doing a Pentagon, then definitely that would be a lot of fun to do that right there. Jordan's in. Jordan, welcome in, Jordan. Appreciate the follow. What we got here? We got started streaming recently. FM is a game I want to get into starting September when I go to uni. Do you have any tips? Yeah, just do it. It's the only advice I would give you. Do it. Find out how you want to play it, and just do it. Ignore everybody else. Everyone else is gonna have loads of ideas about how you should play the game, based on how they play the game. So ignore all them, and just do it your way. That's what I'd suggest. But yeah, if you also got an old laptop, then yeah, you need a better laptop. You need a PC or a newer laptop. Do uni first, then FM, not the other way around. Well, it depends upon what course they're doing. Console as well. I didn't want to assume, if you're doing something like astrophysics, then yeah, definitely do your coursework first. If you're doing media studies, then you're pretty much doing the course. And I can say that as someone who taught film production. We're a goal down now. So, look at this. They're all standing in a line. You're doing sport at uni, so it kind of relates. It doesn't relate. It really doesn't. It does not relate at all. In the same way, going, oh yes, I'm doing finance. I'm doing economics, so I'll just play Football Manager. It's sort of the same thing. It's not, is it? It's really not. Sport and Football Manager, two very, very different things. A local uni is actual esports as a course. Yeah, well, Sunderland have just announced that they've got they're opening the first esports centre. Oh, Jesus. How has he been allowed to run that far? No one's getting a tackle in on him. I did film production, which is why I can work a camera. That's about it. Like a place you can do your esports. Yes, yeah, exactly that. One of the units is performance analysis, which also looks at opposition analysis. That would include tactics and that kind of stuff. I don't think your lecturers are going to agree, but okay. Yeah. This is not going well. I feel as though I've felt this season's been a tough one, hasn't it? It's not really been a good one for us. And I've not seen anything that's convinced me otherwise. Oh, this is going to be 3, isn't it? Oh, cleared away. And then put in, I was almost put in from distance, but no, just stayed out somehow. Could be a dissertation in the future. Well, yeah, maybe. Oh. I'm far be it from me to comment, and I won't, Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So everyone choose to do things however you want to do things. Yeah. Yeah. Ultimately, as long as you remember, it's just meant to be a bit of fun, and it's not your job at the minute. You know, so you don't need to put any pressure on yourself with anything. Oh, I have to have this. I have to have this. I have to have this. You know. You know, don't give yourself any unrealistic expectations. Dreadful. Dreadful. Not great. Not great at all. So yeah, we need to obviously yeah, we need to change things up a little bit, I reckon, and that will probably be tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. So let's do that then. Yeah, this has been fun. I've enjoyed it. We've learned a little bit tonight. We've learned a little bit, which is good. We need to learn bits and pieces as we go through. We'll learn some more tomorrow. Hopefully we'll find a new role and we'll not have to stay in Poland for too much longer. That's what we're hoping for. But pleasure as always. Thank you very much, Pleb. Appreciate the bits. Very, very kind indeed. Let's go and whack a raid on now. So go make sure you drop some follows and show some love. And we'll see you all back tomorrow. Take care, everyone. All the best. Bye now.